Have you ever checked your bank account and wondered if you accidentally signed up for Broke Life Premium? You work hard, you try to be responsible, you follow advice, yet the dream of six figures saved still feels far away. Here is what might surprise you. Your first $100,000 is closer than it looks. It is not a prize for trust fund kids. It is not luck. It is a system. And once you hit it, something flips. Your money begins to help instead of fight you. The next 100,000 arrives faster. That is momentum. That is compounding. I am Sari. I study money, human behavior, and how ordinary people build extraordinary freedom. If you want practical strategies that cut through the noise, make sure to hit subscribe. Let's start with the hardest truth. The first 100,000 feels slow. You put money in, nothing dramatic happens, you do it again. Still quiet. That silence is where most people quit. Think of your savings like a bucket. Most people pour water into a bucket with holes, high rent, car payments, credit cards, fees. The water leaks out as fast as it goes in. No wonder it feels impossible. The fix is not more willpower. The fix is better plumbing. Seal the leaks, route the cash, build a system that works whether you feel motivated or not. In the beginning, your contributions do most of the work. It is like pushing a boulder uphill. Heavy, slow, but you are building legs. You are building the habit that changes everything. Once enough mass accumulates, the slope tilts in your favor. Your returns start earning their own returns. That is when you feel it. That is when the account moves without you. Before we dive into tactics, remember this. Big levers beat tiny cuts. Clipping coupons while paying top dollar for housing is like bailing a boat with a spoon. We will still respect the small wins, but we will hunt the big ones first. Now, let's build your plan for the first 100,000. 9 strategies, each one moves the needle. Together, they create a machine. Strategy 9. Use taxes to your advantage. If you have access to a traditional 401k or traditional IRA, contributions reduce your taxable income today. That is a built-in discount on every dollar you invest. Roth accounts flip the benefit to the future. You pay taxes now and allow decades of growth to come out tax-free later. Pick the mix that fits your bracket and your plan, but use the tools. Too many people ignore the lever that was made for them. Strategy 8. Take the employer match. This is the closest thing to a guaranteed return you will ever see. If your employer matches 50 cents on the dollar up to 6%, that is an instant 50% boost on your contribution. It is free money. Do not leave it on the table while you chase deals on a phone case. Strategy 7. Create extra income streams that are ring-fenced for investing. This part is crucial. Do not earn more and let it vanish into lifestyle. Earn more and route it straight to your investments. Freelance in your skill. Pick up a weekend service niche. Sell a digital template, tutor, edit, deliver, consult. Whatever it is, set up a separate account. Every extra dollar goes in, no exceptions. This money has one job. Build the first 100,000. Strategy 6. Reinvest every dividend. Turn on automatic dividend reinvestment and forget about it. Dividends buy you more shares. More shares pay you more dividends. That flywheel can add several percentage points to your long-term return. It is quiet. It is boring. It is how accounts grow without fanfare. Strategy 5. Cut investment fees to the bone. Fees are like termites. You rarely see them, but they eat your wealth. Choose low-cost index funds. Cost matters. A 1% fee versus 0.1% can cost you 6 figures over a few decades. Same market, very different outcome. Strategy 4. Stop timing the market. You do not need to be clever. You need to be consistent. The biggest up days often follow the worst down days. Miss a few of the best days and your return collapses. Your job is simple. Buy on a schedule, hold through noise, let time do the heavy lifting. Strategy 3. Own the whole market. When in doubt, pick broad index funds. Total market, S&P 500. International, if you want broader exposure, you get hundreds of profitable companies with one click. You are not chasing the next miracle. You are owning the system that produces miracles over time. Strategy 2. Block lifestyle inflation. Every raise is a fork in the road. Spend it or invest it. Make a rule right now. At least half of every raise and bonus gets auto invested. Change the contribution the day the raise hits. Do not let the money touch your checking account. You will still feel the upgrade, but your future will feel it more. Strategy 1. Optimize housing. This is the big one. Housing is the largest line item for most people. If it eats more than 30% of your take-home pay, wealth building slows to a crawl. You have options. Move one neighborhood out. Find a great roommate. Renegotiate the lease with longer term for a lower rate. House hack a duplex and rent the other unit. Live smaller for 2 to 3 years and your numbers will change. Cutting $800 per month frees almost $10,000 per year. At market returns, that single decision can be worth hundreds of thousands over time. This is not forever. It is a strategic season that buys you freedom later. Let's put numbers to this. Say you invest $800 per month, you choose low-cost index funds and set automatic contributions. At a reasonable long-term return, you cross $50,000 in about 5 years. That is the quiet part. It feels slow. Stay with it. The snowball is forming. Keep going. You reach $100,000 a few years later. Now, the portfolio itself can grow by $7,000 to $10,000 in a decent year without you doing anything. That is when belief catches up to math. Saving is no longer a grind. It is a habit that pays you back. Here's why the second $100,000 arrives faster. At $5,000 invested, a 10% year adds $500. You barely feel it. At $100,000 invested, a 10% year adds $10,000. You feel that. Same you, same market, different base. The slope has tilted in your favor. To reach this faster, you need a machine, not a mood. Automation beats motivation. Set your transfers to hit the day you get paid. Route money to investments before your brain can spend it. Use separate accounts, one for bills and life, one for your investments, one for your emergency fund. Names matter. Labels guide behavior. Yes, build your emergency buffer. Aim for 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. If your income is variable, push to 6 to 9. This keeps you out of credit card traps and lets you stay invested when life gets bumpy. Handle debt with urgency and logic. List balances, rates, and minimums. If a balance is over 15% interest, attack it. Choose the avalanche for math efficiency or the snowball for quick wins. Pick one and do not stop until it is done. Expensive debt is reverse compounding. It steals your future. End it. Avoid the traps that delay the first 100,000. Do not ignore your employer match. Do not pay high fees. Do not jump in and out of the market based on headlines. Do not build a portfolio of random tips. And please do not let every raise vanish into a nicer car and a bigger apartment. Small pleasures fade fast. Freedom lasts longer. Let's talk identity. The first 100,000 is not only math. It is a new self-image. You become the person who invests by default. You become the person who sees money as a tool. You become the person who can wait. Delayed gratification is not deprivation. It is strategy. Here are your next 3 moves this week. Turn on your match and set your contribution to hit the maximum that earns a full match. If you already have it, increase the percentage by 1 point today. Your future self will not notice the difference in take-home pay, but your account will. Open a high-yield savings account for your emergency fund and start the automatic transfer. Give it a name like Safety First. Names change behavior. Run a housing audit. If you can cut rent, add a roommate, or move one ring out, make a plan with a date. If the move cannot be immediate, mark the lease renewal date now and set a target. Even a 15 to 20% cut can supercharge your investing. If you want a 4th move, add one dedicated income stream. Pick something you can do for 2 hours a week without burning out. Bill clients, save every dollar. Watch what that does to your timeline. Let me close the loop on belief. Most people underestimate what patient consistency can do in 10 years. They chase hacks. They reset plans. They stop right before the curve bends. Do not stop. The first 100,000 is the test. If you pass, the game gets easier. You will know you are close when your portfolio's annual growth feels real. You will know you are close when you care less about small purchases and more about owning assets. You will know you are close when your confidence rises and panic drops. This is what money is supposed to do. It is supposed to buy back your time and attention. Remember the order. Seal the leaks. Automate the flow. Own the market. Keep costs low. Reinvest. Protect against lifestyle creep. Fix housing for a season, not forever. Let compounding work. If this gave you clarity, hit subscribe. We build simple systems that make you unshakable. Start now. Stay consistent. And keep building wealth one smart decision at a time.